Sometimes it's easier just to tell a guy what you want to happen than to imply what should happen. Oh, now I remember. This is the rain thing. Forcing it to rain, so... Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta. We're obviously back with another episode of Mushoku Tensei, Season 2, Episode 11, To You. Now, we are in the final 3. Obviously, that is the section of the show wherein we have the romance of Fitz and Rudy, or I should say Sylphette and Rudy, coming to a head. We know how it ends, but I literally cannot remember any elements of what brings them together other than the princess and Luke kind of forcing them on, which I guess is kind of an element of what we saw last episode, where the princess was obviously dressed as Fitz in the marketplace. So I kind of assume that's what's going on. That's going to be the impetus to the conversation, which maybe happens in this episode. Other than that, I'm kind of like mind blanking here. I don't have anything to say because I just don't remember anything happening. So, I guess with that, let's just go ahead and roll on in.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
It's
I mean, going all the way is literally all I can think about. No, I can think about. It's all I could think to do here. Because Rudy thinks him and Fitz have a thing going on. I guess that explains why he's going to Quagmire all the time. Although I don't remember him ever officially giving up the name. Honestly, though, yeah, listen to that part. Specifically that part there. By the way, this is going to play horribly for YouTube, where I have to cut out the opening music totally. You're just going to get a minute of me saying, listen to that part, and there's not going to be anything there. But that part, specifically. Now, you go listen to the number 6 opening, and it is on par. It is on par. But no, what I was going to say is, there's not really much for me to go on here when we have such short openers before the opening itself. Sorry, I'm just going to respond to a bit of the chat that's going on, because if you've forgotten, we are also doing these in live, where Alex V9 is talking about the Junji Ito anime collection, and not recommending it. That's the thing, though, is I'd never watched any of their anime to begin with. I've only read the manga stuff, and the manga stuff was very interesting, which is the only reason that I would be interested in looking at Uzumaki. But again, the Amagara Fault one is my favorite of them all. Okay, I was right. This is the episode where they're gonna force his hand. Her hand.
フィッツの行動を怪しんでいました。フィッツが図書館でルーデウスに押し倒され、自分は男だと大声で宣言したという噂も耳に入ってきました。
You mean a little bird like in the opening animation?
したでしょうね。体まで触られたのなら。でも
I will say I do prefer the time before we had an opening animation, where the opening was built into the show.
それであなたはどうするのですか？ルーデウスを配下にする件についてはゆっくりでもいいと思っています。ですが半年もの間何ら進展がないとなると、私としても一言ぐらいは言いたくなりますよ。私もいい加減あなたがうじうじと悩んでいるところを見るのは飽きてきました。ですからそろそろ勇気を出して彼に正体を明かしたらどうですか？シルフィー。僕は
I could have sworn they were in the market to buy something specifically for
何か
this.
したいことがあるのではないですか？私はあなたに何度も助けられました。初めて会った時から今までずっと。それは友達だから助けようって思っただけだよ。あなたのことですから私に遠慮しているのでしょ。でもあなたは私の配下ではなく友人なのですから、したいことができたのなら私の元から離れそちらを優先なさい。でもそれは
I guess implicitly they said there were more guards, even though we haven't seen them, so if that's not a lie, leaving her
今あなたは
wouldn't mean leaving her unguarded.
僕はルディと添い遂げたい。よく言えました。
Sorry, I'm just thinking of that Rocky line now.
でも
If you know what you want, go out and get what you want.
きっと立ち直れないと思う。それは今から考えましょう。
Ah, good friends.
やはり正面からブエナ村で一緒に育ったシルフィエットですというのがいいのではないでしょうか。
無理ですね。思い出せないのですから完全に忘れているでしょう。
It's not true. We know it's not true.
何か彼との思い出はありませんか？思い出。
Yeah.
前にいじめられて
The one time he stripped me naked when I asked him not to.
髪の色でいじめられていたと聞きました。その時に助けてもらったのがルディとの出会いで、僕にとっては一番の思い出だよ。
他に何か思い出はないのか？
もう一つあるよ。最初ルディは僕のことを男の子だと思って
It's a problem Rudy has with me, in
た。
fact.
美術の練習をしてたら雨が降ってきて
He
ね。
keeps doing it. He's doing it now. That's my fault, not his fault.
その時無理やり脱がそうとして、そのパンツを引きずり下ろされて、それでそれは素敵な話ですね。
We said good stories,
わ
Fitz.
かりました。
Good stories.
これから作戦を話します。その前に改めて一つ確認しておきます。はい。シルフィー、先日は添い遂げると言いましたが、ルーデウスと具体的にどうなりたいのですか？ルディと具体的に。ベッドは一緒で。
Time to have a REM moment from ReZero.
ルディはどこの部屋になる
から子供の数は何人がいいなんて聞いてくるかもしれない。そしたら僕も下品になってルディったら僕に何人産ませたいのなんて聞き返して、ルディはくすりと笑ってたくさんかななんて言って僕の衣服を脱がせて、そしたら僕もくすって笑って、じゃあたくさんしてねなんて言っちゃって
シルフィー、この作
Humping the furniture, though, that was a bit too far.
へたれた失敗は許しません。もし土壇場で勇気がなくて言えなかったなんてことになったら、アスラ王国第二王女の名において以後ルーデウス・グレイラットとの一切の接触を禁止します。本気で生きな
Get
さ
it
い。
right or not at all?
はい。
よろしい。では作戦内容を話します。
But yeah, Sylphet is basically the dirty version of Rem. Rem told a whole fucking life plan. Sylphet described one night in the bedroom.
ルーデウス君、
フィッツ先輩、どうしました？
ここじゃちょっと場所を変えよう。
So knowing now that the princess has a whole Fitz costume,
話を進めておいてください。
never gonna know when it's the real Fitz. At least in my head.
で、何ですか？
実はね、折り入って頼みがあるんだ。
わかりました。赤龍に乗ったつもりで任せてください。
ちょっと待ってよ、まだ内容言ってないよ。
フィッツ先輩の頼みなら空飛ぶ城だって落としてみせますよ。
実はね、アリエル様、この間知り合いの貴族に雇っている用心棒のことで自慢されて悔しかったんだって。
ほう、それで？
相手の貴族がうちの用心棒は4人パーティーで氷の森の奥まで行ってそこにしか生えてない花を取ってきたって言ったんだけど。
氷の森の奥地に生える花と。
God, I'm racking my brain. I don't remember an adventure. I remember this conversation, though.
それでね、アリエル様も引っ込みがつかなくなって、フィッツならもっと少ない人数で取ってこれるって言っちゃったんだ。
なるほど、そういうことですか。知り合いの冒険者に行って格安で譲ってもらいましょう。
ルーデウス君、それは良くないよ。僕の力を見せなきゃいけない場面なんだよ。
力と言ってもいろいろあるでしょう。人と人とのつな
I
が
mean,
り
you
の
gotta
力
agree.
です。
それじゃダメだよ。バレたらアリエル様が
Networking is a
恥をかい
strength.
ちゃうし。
そうですか。ではステップとリーダーの面々を集めて。
ルーデウス君、
安心してください。そいつらは偶然にも僕らと同時期に森に入るだけです。
そんな人たちいなくても僕とルーデウス君がいれば余裕でしょ。
わかりました。その依頼慎んで受けさせていただきます。
ありがとうルーデウス君。一人で森に
Sometimes it's easier just to tell a guy what you want to happen than to imply what should happen.
ごめんね。
Oh, now I remember. This is the rain
いえ
thing.
いえ、護衛の依頼と考えれば
Forcing it to
当然のこと
rain
でしょう。
so that they could have basically a Sarah moment in the cave all on their
依
own.
頼料とかそういうの払った方がいいのかな。
まさか。これは僕が善意でやっていることですので気にしないでください。
別に僕だってルーデウス君に依頼料を払うことぐらいできるんだからね。
僕は高いですよ。
高い。
Sorry, I can't help but thinking about Sylphet as like a pizza guy in one of those scenarios.
ルディをお金で買う。とにかく先を急ごう。
花は崖に咲いています。そこまで 雪を溶かしながら直線で
Again, it's the combination effect, right?
警戒しつつついてきてください。
Hot air forwards, or air, and then heat, and then forwards. I remember I used to play on an Ultima Online server with custom scripting that used magic in just the same way, except you had to invoke it, obviously.
全部オーダーメイドで色付きの魔石までついてるなんて王宮でしか見たことないよ。
10歳の誕生日に家庭教師をしていたお嬢様が送ってくれたんですよ。
その杖ちょっと持ってみてもいいかな。僕初心者用の杖しか持ってないからそういうのに憧れてたんだ。
Bow chicka wow wow.
握ってみてください。どうですか、太さの方は。
太いね。両手で持つことを想定してたのかな。
Okay, I can't bow chicka wow wow everything you all say. You gotta.
した後のことを想定していたのでしょう。
よし、とりあえず作戦続行だ。次はと。赤の塔、大丈夫かな。
So, a ring specifically for the rain. I wonder
よし、うまく
what
いって
the
る。
market is for that.
雨雲か。フィッツ先輩、雨が降りそうです。
Like, I mean, obviously, White Mask Girl has a bunch of very powerful rings, but it's like an enchanting job
やばい。
that just sells magic rings.
ルディに教わったように水分を雲にそれを冷やして落とす。
申し訳ありません。
Hopefully, we don't get the lightning effect from back in season 1.
調子が悪いようです。
I don't remember.
いいんだよ。
Just frankly don't
僕
remember.
が杖を返してなかったせいだね。多分ルディに本気を出させないために杖を借りたけど逆に僕の役に立ってよかった。
まあ降ってきたものはしょうがありません。確かこの先に洞窟があったはずです。そこで雨宿りしましょう。
そうだね。
あそこですね。
I guess it's an element of the fact that she made it rain before it would naturally. Because otherwise, you think this would be coming down as either sleet or hail. Because obviously, constantly been snowing around here.
俺を雇ったフィッツ先輩の様子はおかしかった。異変もあった。雨が降るにしても雲の動きが速すぎた気がする。誰かが魔術を使っていた可能性がある。
I wonder if his ability to stop magic from being cast would work on a ring.
顔には緊張がうかがえる。となれば気づいているな。これぐらいの妨害は想定内ということだろうか。
Because it feels like the ring stuff doesn't get invoked, it just instantly
ひとま
happens.
ずこれで OK だな。パンツはどうしようか。さすがにフィッツ先輩の前で脱ぎ去るわけにもいくまいが。
乾かした。
Yep, do it, Rudy. She's waiting for you to do it.
フィッツ先輩。
何かな。
昔知り合いの少女からエルフは別の種族に肌を見られることを禁忌とするという話を聞き及んでいます。僕は後ろを向いて目をつむりますので、その間に魔術を使って服を乾かしてください。
Was the play here to go with the one memory of Rudy stripping her back at the house? Which I guess fair enough is a one-on-one memory and not a I get bullied by a bunch of people memory.
先輩、せめて着替えてください。なんでしたら個室でも作りましょうか。あ、いや、俺が。 俺が洞窟から出ていく。そうしましょう。それがいい。
待ってよ。
風ひきますよ。
そうだね。
The problem of what do you say? What are the right words to say? Convince
脱がない
somebody
と危ないですよ。
to take my clothes off without outwardly saying to do so.
死んじゃうね。このままだと。
I guess those are the
自分
words.
じゃ脱げないんだ。脱がせてよ。
自分で脱げないなら僕が脱がせるしかありませんね。
It does have all the setup, though, of like an 80s porn.
実はですね、僕はフィッツ先輩が女だと知ってるんですよ。
でも脱がせてくれないと僕死んじゃうかもしれないね。
I legit don't know what element of all of this that Rudy doesn't recognize as Sylvette, though. Got hair color and eye color.
この赤く染まる耳、どこかで見たことはなかったか。
Because legit the rest of her has grown up since then.
昔こんなことがあった。5歳か6歳の頃だったか。確かにあった。
The odd zoom in on the demon eye, by the way. What the fuck does the demon eye see in the future?
まだ一つ残ってるよ。
Well, there's 3 things left. Honestly, would not have considered the glasses to be the one thing left.
フィッツ先輩。
何？ルディ。
もしかしてフィッツ先輩の本名はシルフィエットというのではないでしょうか。
I don't fucking know why it took so long to get here.
そう、僕はシルフィエット。上野村のシルフィエットです。やっと言えた。
あの時と似ていた。彼女は相変わらず泣き虫だ。
僕ずっと待ってたんだよ。上野村でずっと頑張ってたんだよ。昔からずっとレディが好きでした。今はもっと好きです。もう離れないでください。ずっと一緒にいたいです。
I didn't think the episode was going to end there. I mean, honestly, they're building up to a thing. I mean, I can't complain. It's literally how Mushoku Tensei works. Mushoku Tensei is like a show written by, I don't know, an expert romance novelist who hasn't gotten over their porn addiction yet. I don't know how to phrase that better. Certainly, we can't have these two express their love for one another without them soaking wet and half naked. I mean, I don't know what to comment here. It goes from absurd, complex interwoven story narrative. I mean, I'm giving it too much credit. It goes from the build-up of Sylphet's new friends, forcing their hand, to just a silly little way to get them into a cave in order to play out something that happened 11 years ago. To then reach that emotional climax. I want to tell you, it'll be the where we left off last time. We're right there. We're right there at the precipice of being exactly where we were 5 to 6 months ago. Look, it's one of those situations where I think the entire setup was ridiculous. The payoff was worth it. So at the end of the day, I don't really have any complaints, no matter how flippant I am on the whole journey. As I've said many times during many of these reactions, don't take my flippancy as complaint. My flippancy is reaction. Complaints are actual. Look back to the slavery episodes. Look back to the 2 kidnapped girl episodes. Those are complaints. The flippancy is just who I am on the inside, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, a little bit emotional there at the end. I mean, on me. Obviously, the show was very emotional. Sylphet's admission of love, very touching. Obviously, Rudy has been wearing the thing since the first season, so it's not like it's not obvious from the moment she sees it. From the moment he goes shirtless. But yeah, I as much as I'm trying to think of something to say, there's not a lot I can say. Because I just don't have... I think I've said this a number of times, I'm emotionally a fucking idiot. So, when it comes to, like, putting my voice down on the emotional scenes, I'm either red-faced and crying, I'm either crying and you can't tell, I might get the sniffles. Otherwise, I don't vocalize fairly well my thoughts on these things. I might say, that's dumb, or this is pretty funny, or whatever, but that's going to be it when it comes to my thoughts on the really solid emotional matters. If you ever need to know why the channel's called Stone-Faced Reactions, and I'm the one that's here, I think the thing to check out would be look at my reaction to Gunbuster Episode 6's ending, where I am breaking up and I'm crying, and my face looks exactly like this face still. You couldn't tell, because I'm stone-faced. You know how people have resting bitch face? I have resting stone face. It's completely unsolvable. I've talked to many doctors. They said we'd have to take your face off. I don't know. I'm joking. I don't know. But that's my point. So, yeah. I'm rambling now, and as we know, if I come to the point where I recognize that I'm rambling, that's my cutoff point. So, we're going to call it an end for this episode. We're going to move on to episode 12, the finale of this half of the core. Once again, I have been Theta, we've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?